Welcome to Taste It, episode 3. Today we're here at the restaurant called The Flower at Jalan Kamuni. For those of you who are familiar with where Tribeca KL is, it's actually right just behind Tribeca KL. For those of you who are not familiar where Tribeca is, it's actually just the lane opposite Dorset Hotel. A little tiny lane. You take that lane, you come through and you see lots of beautiful bungalows. And of course, you find where the Flower restaurant is. Now, before we go upstairs to the private dining, I'd like to show you around of the restaurant and especially their main dining as well as their glass house. So have a look. So this is where the main dining area is. As you can see, they have an open kitchen. So those who enjoy looking at how the chefs prepare the food, this is the best place to be. And then we've got the glass house, which is really, really good looking, but the only thing is if it's in the afternoon, it gets a little bit hot. But if you like the sun and you like brightness, then that's a place you want to be during lunchtime. So now I'm going to show you upstairs where we're going to have a dinner at the private dining room. So come over.
Oh, hi.
Hi.
Oh my god, I'm just here with a couple of friends. Didn't expect to see you at all.
Really? I'm sure you guys know Kevin. He was there on the first episode at Mr. Fish. How are you, darling?
I'm very good, I'm very hungry, and I'm very excited.
Great. Okay, shall we go upstairs?
We actually shall.
Okay, so let's take a look at what's upstairs.
After you.
Okay. The vineyard is really nice, this space.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah, I tell you, I
Look at
love
that.
the setup.
Yeah.
It's so cool. Hi guys, welcome to Taste It, episode 3. Where today we're at the Flower restaurant with a group of tasters, and of course you've got Kevin here.
I'm going to introduce myself.
Oh, okay, fine. So, perfect.
Hi, my name's Kevin. You might have seen us during the first episode at the first restaurant we reviewed, but today we are at Flower Restaurant here in downtown Kuala Lumpur with beauty queen Carrie Ng. Hi, Carrie.
Hi.
How are you doing today?
I'm good.
Are you
How are you
excited?
going to introduce me?
Yeah.
Oh, how are you?
I haven't got a
Okay.
great introduction.
Okay. So according to my online sources, you're a lover of life, an architect, a lovely mother,
The love of me? Not
married to a very
Not anymore.
handsome person.
You're my life, so
That's it.
Derek.
Which brings us to the next guest that we have here today, Ruan Xian. Ruan is actually a restaurateur and also an entrepreneur, and I'm very excited to have him here because I don't think I've ever been on like
A
any
show.
kind of work-related stuff with Ruan before.
We only hang out in a social environment. I mean, this is still a social environment.
I know.
Doesn't
What are
feel
you
like
eating
we're
today, Rowan?
It's
Doesn't
all
feel like we're working at all.
it's all for pleasure whenever Rowan's in the same camera frame with me.
Oh.
And last but
Carrie.
certainly not least, we've actually got the founder of HAPA TV right here, Miss Jennifer.
Hi, guys.
Hi. I hope you're
What are you going to
excited.
say about me?
Well, I think you look wonderful in yellow.
Oh,
and I'm
thank
very
you.
happy that I did not wear floral today because all three of you are.
We planned this.
I know, for
We planned this.
once.
You
Yeah.
didn't get the memo.
I
You-
know.
Oh, you didn't send it to him.
No, I didn't send him the memo, but he's wearing stripes. And you know what they say about a man who wears vertical stripes?
Very
Oh.
straight, always in the box, you know. just
Really?
doing whatever I can to
That's
not.
But I'm also ready to get fat because we're eating good food.
Excuse
Ugly.
me? How dare you? But Carrie, tell us
Guys.
more about you've been to the previous restaurant.
You've been to, no, I didn't get to go to the
So when I
Damansara Heights one.
First got to Damansara Heights. They've been open for 3 years before they came here, and this has only been open for 3 months here in Jalan Kamuni.
Right.
And it's still run by Chef Yogi and Natasha, husband and wife team, which is pretty amazing, right? Good teamwork means good restaurant.
Yep, exactly.
Well, I love Indian food as I've married and half Indian, right?
Half.
Indian.
So she loves Chinese and
She only loves
Indian.
this
So a
kind
little
of
bit
food.
of each.
You need to stop me from making jokes, so you don't lead with that.
I will with my eyes.
Okay, so you were speaking
Okay.
about half Indians.
Right.
Well, coming to Fla, I think like it's pretty interesting because Chef Yogi has kind of created a balanced meal. You know, they don't overplay all of the spices spices and just create dishes that's overwhelming in spices. They've created a lot of dishes with a maximum of 3 spices in each dish.
Oh.
So you kind of make it unique and it all doesn't taste similar. I like that.
Yeah.
You don't want to just have overload of spices and
Yeah.
don't know what you're tasting.
Yeah.
And it also downplays that like chili padi spiciness. which-
So it's not like overpowering spiciness,
Yeah,
like typical
that's
Indian
right.
food.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Or Indian men.
Or in
I'm sorry. is every
Overpowering.
here-
overpowering
Getting-
spiciness. Excuse me,
and-
like Indian man.
No, but-
Overpowering.
You gotta
You've
stop.
Spiciness.
never dated one.
But I have
You
a-
not even have a
Excuse me, we're
clue,
talking about
Kevin.
food, not men now.
I'm
sorry, stop it.
aware now, but I want to know, is everybody here completely okay with super spicy food?
Yes.
I do like it occasionally,
Yeah.
but I think the flavor should be more complex than just spice,
Okay.
right? You want to kind of like get a play of different kind of spices that's
Yeah.
coming into the smell and the flavor.
Also,
not
because
just
if
spicy.
everything was just plain spicy, that takes away the,
Yes.
the
Correct.
adventure
You
a
won't be
little
able
bit.
to
Becomes
try.
torture.
Yeah.
So I think
yeah.
coming to flour, we just have an open mind, which I do, and hope everyone has
Yes.
as well.
I did. I came with a really
Yeah.
open mind.
'Cause
Did you?
It's
Did
a
you?
fine
I'm
dine
excited.
Indian
I came with an
restaurant.
empty belly, so.
Oh.
So
Oh,
what
I
about
heard,
open
talking
mind?
about belly.
Look how fit he is. He
No.
hasn't eaten since 1994.
Rowan, he's
It's
jealous.
the spice. It's the spice.
Yeah.
It
That's it.
balances
It helps you
your
burn.
hormones.
Helps you burn.
And talking about belly, I heard that Chef Yogi is very, very careful, and he likes to do like a balanced meal where you don't get bloating
Yes,
and
which you
acid
often
reflux,
feel after an Indian meal.
isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I really like that balanced meal and just having
Only
that
after
spice.
Indian meal, huh?
Only.
Not
Right.
after having Rowan. It's okay.
No.
Sorry, behave.
Sorry, off the camera.
Okay. Right. So, any one of you met Chef Yogi before? Who knows Chef?
I have twice.
Oh,
In his-
okay.
In the flour in Damansara Heights.
Right.
But I look forward to seeing him again. Maybe he's got a few new tricks up his sleeve. Now there's a new restaurant, new tricks, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, so I think, we're going to be able to meet up with Chef Yogi in a little while. But before that, I think let's take a look at the menu.
Oh,
to see
this
what
is
they
a
have.
menu.
Yeah. Oh, you didn't
all the
know?
Guys.
Look at
Aesthetically
Look at that.
pleasing.
oh.
Well, it's a
So this is the menu at Flour, as you can see. It's all specially designed by Chef Yogi. It's all crafted nicely here and telling us a story about what flour is. And that's Chef Yogi. He's the mastermind of the flour. And of course they have the sous chef and Natasha. That's his wife. That's the woman behind all the marketing of the flour. So over here you can see they've got all kinds of bread, and it's a very, very complete menu of all the different breads that we can have, which we will be sampling later. And these are just some of their specialty dishes, the appetizers. It's all really, really looks good. Right, and then we comes to the main. These are some of the entrees. Now, that's one of the specialty too, chicken and tomato.
Guys, this is probably one of the nicer menus I've ever
Isn't
seen.
it? It's
very
it's
nice.
really
Yeah,
pretty.
looks like art,
Beautiful.
Yeah.
right?
Oh, thank you.
I might take it home.
You might or you want to. Well, you say you know Chef Yogi. You ask him.
I would ask him
Yeah.
for a copy,
So
a
look,
PDF.
you can use it as a mirror. You can use it as a mirror for the
I
later.
can just pretend like I have food like this at home and just look at pictures.
Hi.
Sorry to interrupt.
Sorry.
My name is Zagnal. I'm the general manager and also the wine sommelier.
Hello.
Are you guys ready to place the order?
Yes, but it's just such a huge menu. I mean, we kind of got, we kind of want everything, but I know we don't have that much time today to eat everything. What do you
in
think?
that case, you know what? Just leave it to us. Allow us to organize the dinner for you this evening.
Okay,
Right.
sounds
Perfect.
good.
You guys know best.
Yes, sounds
Yeah.
good. Sounds
And
good.
meanwhile, I'll just grab a bottle of wine to go along with your
Perfect.
meal for this evening.
Great.
Excellent.
Thank you
Thank you.
so much.
Thank you so
yeah.
much. We're gonna have such a good time, aren't we?
We will.
Yes. Yes.
That's it.
So Rowan, tell us more about Chef. Look, he's here. My God, he is the mastermind. So Chef Yogi,
That's him. Nice
that's
picture of him
him.
as well.
Beautiful.
Clearly from India
Clearly.
with that with the flag proud on his shoulder.
Right.
I read that he started his kitchen experience with his father in India,
Right.
who owns a chain of restaurants in India.
Oh.
Yes, and then he did. I think things weren't good out in India for him to get a job, and he moved to Dubai. Yeah.
So we've got.
Wow.
I bet he has lots of experience.
Did you guys know that according to the menu, he is the walking encyclopedia of Indian cuisine?
Really?
Do you want to do a quiz?
Let's
later?
do that, shall
Okay.
we? Shall we? Yeah, shall we? Can we? Maybe we can get Chef Yogi to come in. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shall we do a
And
little
join us
quiz? Join us a little one. You do the quiz.
Why
And
would
you
I
do
do
the
the
quiz.
quiz? What am I going to ask him? How to cook?
You.
What's turmeric? Duh.
Yeah, he's the encyclopedia of Indian cuisine. What am I, Kevin Jong? Going to be like, excuse me, would you happen to know?
We better
Right.
do research first before questioning him.
So we've got some nice. Oh, look what Team Chu says about you. Look.
Tim thinks it's a really good description of Rowan Sianagapan. He's laughing. Clearly.
Yes.
And then Tim also thinks that Carrie's mic's a little bit far
Oh
away
yes,
from her, so
Carrie.
let's work
They
on
say
that.
they wish they could hear Carrie a little bit more.
Oh.
Okay, we'll get Carrie to adjust the mic a little bit more. Hi, Teresa. Oh, hi, Dylan. Dylan's here. Quite a few of our No Address Society members are on
That's it.
team. Yeah. Okay. Mary's on. Hi, Mary. Mary's here too. Ramanish. Hi. Haven't seen you guys. I was with Mary at dinner at the Italian restaurant. I shouldn't be saying another restaurant. is it?
No, you shouldn't mention
Shouldn't
another
do that,
restaurant.
yeah, but it
But
was-
I think that
Yeah.
anybody, I think that anyone who, a lot of people have been to Flower, but this is 2.0 so
Yes.
far. I haven't
Yes.
started eating yet, but if you look at the space, the size of the space, the finishing of what's going on here, this is 2.0 to what was in Damansara Heights. I think it's a
Right.
good move for them.
Yeah.
They've come to the big city,
Right.
KL, big city.
Yeah.
And I hope it works out. It's
Yeah,
like a
that's
nice old bungalow, but
Yes.
the finishing's amazing.
Amazing.
There's a
Amazing.
red carpet at the entrance.
And there is gold
That's
toilet
fast.
bowls.
There is a horse,
I,
a winged horse.
I've always wanted a gold toilet bowl.
Were you on it? Were you on it?
True
I
story.
tried. I didn't want to break anything within the first few minutes of my arrival.
Did you try
At
to
least when no
climb on
one's
it?
here, I could
Okay, I see a familiar face.
Hi.
Hi, Chef. There you go. So Chef Yogi is
The
here.
encyclopedia
Hi.
is here.
That's it. The moving
Yes.
encyclopedia, who looks a lot like this guy.
Ah, look at that. The
Yeah,
Well, he
master.
looks way better in real life.
Isn't
better
it?
person, man.
Yeah.
Way better. Way better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kevin's going to quiz you.
I'm gonna about ingredients, lifestyle, stage presence. That's the only thing I know. The only three things I can speak about
Isn't
in
it?
my
Yeah,
entire
sure.
life.
Go ahead.
Okay, I've received your orders.
You
Oh,
have.
great.
Great.
You're going to begin your dinner with finger and root. It's
Mhm.
an hors d'oeuvre. The idea of an hors d'oeuvre is to open your palate.
Yeah.
So what will happen is the roots are going to be spicy, and the fingers, which when it comes I'll explain, is going to balance that spice. The idea, objective is to open your palate.
Okay.
Your second course is kaleji. Kaleji means nothing but liver in India.
Liver.
Nothing but liver.
Yeah, simple liver. What we do here is, I do it the southern style. In southern part of India, we eat duck liver. The only change here is, I import foie gras as duck liver, and we make the kaleji in foie gras.
Right.
The sauce is beautiful. I hope you'll like it. Let's see what happens. That's your second course, all four of you. After that, your main course is going to be cottage cheese coriander.
I love that.
You're going to have, what's your order after that? You're going to have lamb chops.
Okay.
And then there is a surprise dish.
Oh.
Actually, the surprise is about this. It's not only for you all, it's for everyone, all my guests.
Oh, okay.
What we will do today is, after the surprise dish arrives, you all can decide the name for it.
Oh.
Okay?
That's really
You decide,
Naming exercise.
you name it, and I'll put it in the menu.
So it's not in the menu. The
not.
surprise dish is not in the menu.
Not in the menu. It's not in the menu.
Kevin,
We're getting competitive, guys.
I think
So-
we can't get Kevin to do that.
So,
huh?
so
We
tonight,
can't, right?
today
We can't.
evening, you're going to decide the name of the dish, which is going to be in the menu, say from tomorrow.
Awesome.
That is so cool.
Good.
I'm really looking forward to
Ah,
that.
there, here they are. Come.
Yes.
Come.
What's
your,
this one?
That's your other finger and root.
Wow.
Oh,
Where should
Whose
you're going to
fingers
share
are-
this?
Whose fingers are those?
okay,
You're
we're
gonna
going to
share
put one
this?
here.
So I'll keep this one here. If you're okay, I'll take this menu on the
Yes.
side.
Sure.
Crowding your table. Just keep it here.
Rowan was going to put it in his
Sure.
handbag.
Finger
I,
and root.
I was going to ask you first, Chef, if I could borrow your menu for a while.
You can, of course, yes. I'll just hand it over to you. And this is for both of you.
Give it back
Finger
next
and
Thank
root.
you.
Now let me. Am I coming in the way of the camera? I'll just go that side.
No, please.
Just go here.
Okay,
Okay.
come.
What are finger and roots?
Right.
Fingers, roots. Very simple. It is beetroot, carrot, and this that you see, something off white, something like this, very thin. That's a type of ginger called a ginger root. Ginger root is grown all the way from southern part of China through Vietnam. Be very careful. That's not the ginger you know.
Oh,
Is it more pungent?
Yes, maybe not. But the only way to find out is to have it. And then you have the fingers. Fingers is fried okra. What happens is when you have a lot of spice, my objective to open your palate has worked, but you need to balance the spice. To balance the spice, fried okra.
Right.
okay.
Fried okra will also rub through your palate, your tongue, and it helps you keep the palate open.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Let's do that.
Lovely.
Wow.
Really?
That's a master class. in
Yeah.
So
Isn't
how
it?
are you going to
Orders.
have this? This is what you do. One,
How is it?
two. One, two. Too spicy. Two. One.
Okay.
Make sense?
Makes sense?
Good.
All right.
Now,
You remember that, right?
Indian food for dummies.
You remember
What
that?
spiciness are you talking about? Like Malaysian
let's
spicy
hear it.
No,
or like
this is spices we are
Spices,
talking,
okay.
not the heat. If I have to
But
give
the
you
flavor.
heat, yes, I believe in flavors. That the flavors that are derived from spices rather than chili.
Okay.
So in my cooking, chili is only a spice. It is not the spice.
Yeah.
Okay.
It is only used to the amount it is required. I don't intend to give heat to a guest's mouth. The objective is to give spices.
Right.
Interesting.
When
Interesting.
it rolls. And now with this, I think my GM has paired wines for you all.
Sure.
Flour does wine pairing.
Our
So
favorite.
it's going to be Burgundy wine.
How can we? Oh,
Enjoy yourselves.
all right.
Bon
Thank
appetit.
you.
Thank you,
I'll
Chef.
see you.
Thank you, Chef.
I'll see you.
Thank
I'm
you.
coming back.
You're going to come back every
Okay.
time you're going to come back.
Otherwise
Okay.
we don't know what to do.
All right, you remember the steps,
Okay,
right?
let's take it.
I
over.
already-
One, two. It's
Hang
too
on.
spicy.
They're going to
Two
talk
one,
about the
two
wine.
one.
So I've chosen for this evening will be a Pinot Noir, Burgundy Pinot Noir from Côte d'Or. This is a prominent producer, Domaine Joseph Oti, Coteau Bergonon 2016. Pretty much it's on a
Can we,
medium.
can we have a look at
Yeah.
Rowan? Maybe
Yeah.
you want to just. So that's what we're going to have today. Is that for the first course or
Thank you.
throughout the dinner,
Throughout,
right?
nice.
Okay,
Yeah.
great.
Okay.
Thank you.
Shall we go ahead?
Yeah.
And
We
open
Shall
should.
we?
palette?
Can we?
Could be 1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
Okay. So how?
One, two,
Okay.
three.
What did chef say? One.
You start
Three
with
as in a
the
wine.
spice and then you go
with
go
that.
here.
Okay.
But I think we might introduce the wine
Okay,
at some
let's try
point. Just 'cause-
the root, right?
Yeah.
So,
Let's go, guys.
you want to
Okay,
start
let's
with
go.
carrot or the beetroot? I'll
I
do
go
the
Which
carrot.
one you go
I
first?
love
Carrot
carrots,
first?
so
Okay,
I'm
I'll do
gonna
the
do
carrot
carrot.
first, okay?
Do beetroot.
I gotta neutralize that. That's spicy. That is spicy.
It is
That's
spicy.
so fragrant though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it's not the immediate kind of spicy. It's the kind that
It's
hits
a
you in
growing
waves.
spice.
Yeah.
It's so thinly
Oh, sorry,
sliced,
man.
this okra.
So crispy. And it's slightly salted.
So roots and fingers. These are supposed to be the fingers.
Yeah, that's right.
And they're
Fried
ginger
okra.
from south of China.
No.
No, all the
No.
way to.
No, the ginger.
He's just
is
explaining
Ginger
well.
shea. This one is the fried okra.
Mm.
It's really fine, huh?
I think I need to do the 2, 2, 2, 2, 2.
No, I've tasted the okra. I'm gonna do 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. But it's
Okay.
fantastic. How's the beetroot, Carrie?
It's good.
Yeah?
It kind of helps enhance that gingery flavor.
Okay.
Like a slight.
Which is
kick to it.
your favorite, the beetroot or the carrot?
Okay, I've not tried the carrot.
Mm.
Is the carrot slightly
No, I like the
sweeter?
beetroot.
Slightly
You
sweeter.
like
I
the
like
beetroot?
the beetroot, yeah.
I'm not such a fan of beetroot, but I'm going to give it a try.
I can't say I am the biggest fan of beetroot, but this is, I think it's the flavors.
It's the pairing of the spice
Yeah.
with the beetroot.
Yeah, it makes it more dynamic for some reason,
Okay.
the
Yeah.
flavors.
Yeah, that's right. I think my favorite is still the carrot,
Yeah.
but with the beetroot, You can get that
taste of
two
the ginger
taste.
one,
Yeah, the
yeah.
ginger
How does
comes
he
up
get
better.
it so crispy? How does he get the okra
okras,
so
right?
thin and crispy? That's a feat.
Yeah.
That's a really
It
good
might be
snack.
air fried.
That's okay. Okay.
I would take this
And
as
I
a
will
snack
ask him.
anytime.
Sorry.
You know what this is to me?
Yeah, okra chips. Yeah.
Like when we were kids, there's this salted fish, the long.
Yes.
You open it, it costs like $1 for an entire pack.
Yeah.
If we could package this,
Oh, wow. This would be great.
it would also be a much healthier alternative, I think.
Definitely.
Show us how you eat okra.
Very gracefully. All right? Elegance is my middle name. Kevin
Yeah.
Elegance.
See how Kevin eats. This is how Kevin eats okra, elegantly.
He's
You
feeling
don't need to-
awkward now, Jen.
You don't need to activate slow motion. I'm gonna do it as nicely as possible. But the okras are
It's
Yeah,
good,
I
huh?
really appreciate
Fantastic.
the crispiness, the texture of it.
It's the
so
texture. It's so
light.
fine and light.
Yeah.
I really like that.
I think we should just finish up the carrot.
Yeah, it's good.
It promises to open our palates so we can enjoy our courses later.
I'm excited to have anything opened up and enjoyed, but I have a warning.
Watch what you say on camera.
I tend to
Clearly not.
get super red when I have spicy food.
Okay.
That's why I'm already like kind of wiping my
But he
forehead
did
a
Yeah.
little
say
bit.
that it's not the heat that he's gonna.
Yeah, it's not the
Yeah.
heat
So I think you're
spiciness.
safe.
Yeah,
You'll be our heat.
But you do look a bit red right now.
I do. I'm trying to be like, I'm trying to hold it as long as possible so I look just as masculine as Rowan this entire hour.
Or
You
as
know,
dark-
you
or
know.
as dark as Rowan. Keep trying.
Is it a whole competition the whole night?
No, there's
Trying
no
to look
competition.
radiant. and as tanned as him.
You know what? If I can, even if someone actually thinks I look half as radiant as Rowan Chen, my life goal has all been like they've all been reached. I
Rowan.
completed. I feel like
Cheers.
cheers. Hey,
Cheers to
cheers
that.
eating out.
Cheers to that comment.
Yeah. Well, cheers to
Enough
carrot.
about me and you. More on the food.
Okay, this is.
It's nice as a
It
sweet.
goes really well. It's a bit. Yeah, it's a bit sweet,
Yeah.
but it goes
Counters
well.
all the spice that we're feeling.
It goes really, really well. I really
Yeah.
like it. I don't know how to pronounce this. Does anybody?
Try.
Try it.
Speak to the sommelier.
It's
Try.
Cotaux, so that's koto. Bourguignon. Oh, Coteau Bourguignon.
It sounds about right.
Right.
That's probably like 80% there. I try to get
Well, we
my
don't have
French.
anyone to correct you, so we'll just stay on that.
I know how to read some words. I'm like, I think it's okay.
Pass.
You know,
In
guys, I've
French.
heard a little bit about the lamb chops. I've seen it on social
Yes.
media,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm really excited that we're actually trying it.
That's
later.
right.
Same here.
It's not something that you usually think of going to a Indian restaurant, right?
Yeah.
Not
Mm-hmm.
No,
ordering
really?
lamb chop.
No?
Lamb chop?
No, because they won't.
No,
They won't do beef. So
They
they,
don't do
could
beef,
do
yeah.
lamb.
But like a piece of lamb, like it's not really like a full curry
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
dish.
okay.
You know what I mean?
I think in terms of like.
Oh, look who's
Indian-
back.
Yes.
Chef, we have some questions.
Yeah, we have a few questions.
First,
Okay.
I have a question.
Okay.
Yes.
Did it work?
Yeah, well,
It did.
it worked.
Is it?
Like a jar.
The spice was there.
Yeah.
The spice. Yeah, we did exactly what you said, but we added a third element. Just to, it wasn't a 1 2 1 2
Click,
1
click.
2 3, 1 2 3.
The
And maybe
beetroot, sort of, the spiciness in the beetroot was a bit more pronounced than the carrot. Although I'm not really a fan of beetroot, but the combination was really good, right? Unlike the carrot was sweet and sort of a titch down compared to the beetroot. That actually comes out more in the flavor,
Now that depends completely on the vegetable.
right?
In the kitchen, I don't govern that. The spices are confirmed, which means 5 grams, 10 grams, it's confirmed. If the root reacts to the spice in a particular way, it is beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What you're talking to me, what you're telling me is called natural flavors coming to you. I really don't govern that,
Yeah.
and it just happens. Same thing with the okra. In okra, there's nothing, just rock salt.
Just rock salt.
Really?
But
And
It's so
one
crispy and light.
dry mango powder, a little bit, that's it. just a
So
pinch.
Right.
Otherwise, it's a rock salt that's playing the magic.
Right. And it's so fine and so crispy. That's what was
It
like.
takes
How do you get this?
Longest hours to do that.
Dry it out, do you?
There's one. We take the seeds out from the okra,
Right.
and then there's one boy who's continuously taking the seeds out, and then another guy who's constantly chopping them. This is laborer's work to get it this fine. And if you check, every piece is same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The size
It's
is
very
same.
consistent.
I mean this in like a really like the best way possible. It tastes like delicious pockets of air
Yeah.
with a lot of flavors in it. So when you eat it, you don't feel like, oh, I'm eating hors d'oeuvres, I'm gonna stuff myself. It's more like I'm just enjoying
It's
these
light.
flavors,
It's very light.
and it's not taking up any space.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
It should be light. The objective is only to open your palate, not to fill you up.
Yeah.
So
Right.
it must remain light. At the
Right.
same time, flavors. For me, it is critical that I open your palate. I think I've done that.
Yes, you have.
Done?
Great. It's
Lovely.
great. It's a great dish.
Now, the second
Fantastic.
course already here,
Oh, okay.
and that is foie gras.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
can
know,
I?
I know.
I
It's
know.
sort of
I'm
like,
just gonna take
okay,
some.
do you need
Sorry.
help?
No, come. Let me get some for you, Kevin.
We're not doing this for the cameras, by the way. We
Yeah, we
actually,
actually like it.
Okay. I'm gonna take the rest
Oh, that's good.
on my
Have
carrot.
it.
That's
Okay.
ginger, actually.
That's the ginger, right?
There you go. Anyone's going to have this? I'll clear it?
No, it's
Yes.
okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Lovely. Now comes your entree. Let me
So
serve you.
excited.
There you go. Madame.
Wow.
That's your foie gras. I need somebody here. I can just clear these plates.
Oh, we can't clear
oh, wow, we can
ours.
just put the whole thing. I'm just gonna swallow this.
That's your foie gras. Same here.
Not much of a spitter. Thank you. Gotcha. On camera.
I'll come to you. I'll come to you.
No, no. I'm okay.
You just can't stop, you know?
Okay.
Just
Kaleji,
can't stop.
southern part of India. Should be busy. Let her be busy.
Thank you very much, sir.
Madame.
Okay.
I'm going to clear it myself. And there you go. Kaleji, foie gras in French. Fatty duck liver. The sauce on top is a secret, which I've never told anyone, and I'm not going to tell even on this show. The garnish on top, you must have. There's ginger and there's mint leaf. There are two different flavors the foie gras will give you. Actually three,
Really
including
nice.
the sauce. Now my objective is to start filling you up. Slowly, slowly, slowly. It begins here. Yeah, go ahead, have it, and let me know what it is, how it is. Enjoy yourself.
Let's do that.
All right.
So we mix everything together.
Are you a foie gras fan?
I usually don't take foie gras. Neither do I take any liver, I'd say.
Okay.
So, but I'm just gonna do it for this show and let you know what I think. Like,
Okay.
I think it looks pretty amazing.
I used to not eat foie gras, and I realized the trick for enjoying it is just to savor the taste of it.
Yeah.
And some people really do not like the texture, but I personally, I'm not the biggest fan of foie gras texture, and also like how it's made per se. But the flavors of it is quite one of a kind, which is how I can understand it and then say, okay, I can appreciate this and I can enjoy this slightly
Right.
better.
Right.
Yeah.
But I'm a fan of foie gras. I really, really love foie
Okay, you
gras.
take the first bite.
And
I'll
I
have
did.
You.
I did.
You didn't wait for us.
Okay.
Sorry.
Picture first.
Okay, tell us. How
Okay.
Cool.
So, Carrie's gonna try. What do you think?
The
Gary's
gravy on the
face.
plate is
It's
really
so yummy.
the-
But
the
then he's not telling us what it is.
It's sauce. It's not gravy.
teriyaki.
It's sweet.
Barbecue
Jap-
sauce.
Japanese sauce.
Barbecue sauce from
It's
supermarket.
the one you put in nuggets.
Wow.
It's very sweet.
Very sweet.
It's like it's got a bit of sourish taste. It's got a little bit
I
of
take back-
tamarind.
Yeah, I take back everything I've ever said about the textures of foie gras. This is fine. This is great.
No, but I think it's got very
Eat it with the ginger, yes.
It's got a very good
Oh, do
texture
you?
inside. It's
Do-
not
don't you?
undercooked. It's not overcooked.
Yeah.
Really good balance.
It's not too dry.
It's not
and it doesn't-
heavy. Yeah, it's not dry.
It's not dry for sure.
Right.
It's actually very moist and
Chocolate.
almost like eating a tofu,
Yes.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Kind
but
of.
with a bit more
Grilled well.
complex texture
Mm.
in that. Creamier.
Yep, creamy is the word.
Yeah. So,
Again, not necessarily a traditional dish in an Indian restaurant.
Yeah.
You wouldn't expect this.
You would not expect
Or
it,
at least
yeah.
it doesn't compute in my mind when you go to a
That
you
you
know,
would
an
take
Indian
foie
restaurant.
gras.
Yeah, like I mean, just the sauce itself. You wouldn't expect a sweet sauce with, you know, foie gras in
Yeah.
an Indian restaurant.
I have to say, the Rowan's suggestion was actually pretty spot on. Like eating with the ginger,
Yeah.
a very different dimension
Yeah.
of taste.
Yeah.
It cuts through that sweetness, right?
Yeah.
With and without.
With
Yeah.
with the ginger, the yellow strip
Yeah.
next to it. It's fantastic.
Okay. So, Carrie, you guys just celebrated your daughter's third year
That's right.
birthday.
That's
yeah,
right.
We're
And
Oh
3
wow.
years in being parents now.
yeah, our daughter turned 3
Yesterday.
on the same day as my brother's has his first child.
Oh, same
Wow.
Same day. Yeah.
day.
So
Right. With the ginger is
Oh,
like
Virgo babies.
so different.
It's really interesting.
With the you take
No,
it with
so
the
good.
ginger, it's so
It's
so much
different.
better, isn't it?
It
It's
really is.
so
Refreshing.
much
It
better,
becomes
so refreshing.
yeah.
So, I don't know. The ginger is crunchy.
It is,
And
but it
like
adds to
it's
the
got-
taste.
Do you normally like eating ginger on its own? Like when you see
I can.
ginger on the side?
I can.
I eat it when I'm eating like xiao long bao. You know, like when
Only
I
when
just
you don't.
did
Do you
it.
like ginger though? Do you love ginger?
like I could eat ginger, but like not
good for
on
you.
its own like that.
Yeah, but this is
But
For me.
yeah.
but generally don't Chinese people
Yeah.
eat a lot of ginger.
yeah,
do.
I find
We
it a
do.
little bit.
After birth, we do.
Yes, I
Right?
can relate
After
to that
giving
story.
birth.
Isn't it?
Not
You
after
have the
birth.
gai zhao, right?
After birth.
It's like non-stop. How long did you take it for?
1 month.
Oh.
I took some of it while she gave birth.
Yeah,
I was
they usually-
on confinement food.
Yeah.
Did you like
also.
it?
No, I wouldn't say I like it, but it was convenient and we were at home a lot. So
Mm-hmm.
Convenient.
once you've paid a confinement lady to do that cooking, you just eat her food.
Yeah. But I
That
love
was so good, guys.
I
Like,
love it.
That's not camera talk. That was good.
It was really.
That's a very good.
Yeah.
The flavors are pretty unusual
Yeah.
in a very good way.
It is. It is. I think I've not taken foie gras with ginger. This is the first time that I've taken foie gras with ginger, and the sauce with the ginger, it goes all together, right? So it gives you that crunchiness in the ginger, and then that soft texture of the foie gras, and then with that little bit of a sweet sauce, that really blends it.
You know how when you
Thank
eat something
It's really good.
unique, sometimes your brain goes back to another place where you had something similar, and you go like, oh, and you make that comparison whether this was better than the last one.
Yeah.
And I think the last time I had foie gras was either in like a really proper foie gras place or like maybe in Paris, but
Right.
now I can't even remember how that tastes like because all I can focus on is just
Yeah.
Yeah.
this tastes fresh. You know what I'm saying? The
Yeah,
ginger
please.
gives it a kick.
Right.
It's very, very good.
Yeah.
It's very dimensional.
Okay, who doesn't like ginger?
Sort of in the middle.
Impartial.
Yeah, we should, isn't it? I mean, I think we should do like a ginger challenge. Rachel,
No.
we should ask
Ginger
Chef
challenge?
to do a play of ginger challenge. What do you think? Can we do a ginger challenge where we get the audience to say, okay, if the audience can tell us, I love ginger, so don't pick me because I love ginger, especially when it's fried ginger. It's so yummy, confinement ginger, right? So Carrie doesn't like ginger.
I'm okay with it.
Rowan's okay with it. Kevin doesn't like ginger. So if you want to comment and we do a ginger challenge, we get Chef to prepare a little fried ginger, like just in a
Why?
small bowl, and we see who, if the audience can comment and say who would you like to pick to eat that whole bowl of ginger, either Carrie, Rowan, or Kevin. Not
whole
me.
bowl?
This is a
No.
food review, not a
No.
torture test.
No. Come on, guys, be sporty.
Oh, you know what? We can eat
Hey,
that.
this is not Chinese ginger. This is
Sure. It's
ginger
good for your
at the
health, so
flour.
we'll do it.
Babes, have you tried ginger candies?
Oh, yes.
The
Yes.
soft candies made of
Yes,
ginger.
yes.
But it's
Wonderful.
candy.
Okay, when you put it like that. Ooh.
Chef's back.
Chef, we need I love your ginger, the ginger with the foie gras. The blend is really, really good. Yeah. So before we say we're going to do a ginger challenge at the flour, only Chef Yogi's ginger. We do a small bowl and we see who the audience would pick to have the whole bowl of the flour ginger, okay? So we're going
I
to come to
personally
that.
do not think that's the best idea.
But every guest, as how Jennifer's saying, she likes it with ginger. Many guests here do not like it with ginger. They like it with mint.
Mint.
Yes. So the ratio is 50-50.
Ginger
Right.
goes so well with
But
it.
why, okay, Chef, why do you pick ginger with the foie gras?
Because look at the seared foie gras in this world. Please come. Look at the seared foie gras in this world.
Right.
It is always given to you with reduction of fruits, dry fruits.
Right.
Anyway, you go. Indians don't do that. This duck liver or foie gras comes from the southern part of India.
Right.
And hence the sauce you see on top has a strong tamarind touch to it.
Yes, that's right. I thought there was a little bit of a tinge of a tamarind taste.
If you look at India now, doing the same liver as the Western world, it is so different. Without spice, there is no flavor.
Yeah.
We don't use sweetness only, we use sourness as well.
Right.
So sweet, sour becomes a flavor. And then to add it more to your palate is the ginger and the mint. Mint is refreshing, ginger increases the spice level. The only thing I want you to imagine is, could you ever imagine a foie gras with mint and ginger?
I don't think I've ever
No,
eaten
I've
with
never taken
either.
foie gras with.
You either have it raw way with honey or with any other dry fruit, or if it is seared, you'll find reduction of some berries,
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
figs.
Correct.
The
Yes.
peach
Yes.
reduction just goes on top, and you eat it. The only way to taste the foie gras is when you have it raw with honey. That's when the strong game flavor hits you. Indian cooking is very different. The reason why we sear it is not because we want to cook it. I want to use the fat of the duck. It will feel very sweet in your first bite. You know what that sweetness is?
Yeah.
It's the caramelized duck fat while searing.
Right.
Natural. It just comes. So I want to elevate something naturally rather than judging it or standing there and saying, if I do this, this flavor will come. No, let it just happen. And it happens. Now, next course, your main course. You have lamb chops. Where is the rest? Come. Don't
It
stop.
smells amazing, by the
Lamb
way.
chops?
Oh, I can
While he
already.
was talking,
When
No,
he
no,
was
no.
talking.
You couldn't
You wait.
focus, right?
Come. You have lamb chops on the table. Each one of you one.
Okay.
You have cottage cheese, coriander, and you have chicken tomatoes.
That's the chicken tomato. That's the one I
For which
thought.
flour is
Yeah.
extremely
This is, yeah,
famous.
isn't this one of your signature dishes?
Yes, we are very famous for it. In breads, you
Look at the
have
puff on that bread.
dry mint leaves with brown bread. It's called lacha, pudina lacha. That is called puris, or yes, brown bread with semolina, which gives you the crisp and fried. And now you have gluten-free bread, pearl millet. This
You
What
chop
free
that
bread?
first?
gluten-free is an acquired taste.
Which
yeah.
So if,
Gluten-free.
so if yes, gluten-free is home to India, by the way.
Okay.
We are making gluten-free since 2,000-3,000 years, maybe. Just to give you all an example. Do you eat dosas?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You eat
that's
dosas,
it.
right? That's gluten-free. So all of you are raised having dosas, and dosa is gluten-free.
Okay.
Now imagine that's just one. So we do gluten-free. One is dosas. We do buckwheat, which is called puttu. You know, you do puttu here. That's buckwheat. Then we do, what else do we do? We do sorghum. We do pearl millet. Ragi is nothing but millet. State of Karnataka and Kerala is millet. We do potato breads. There's so many breads that we do. I think there are more, but I'm not getting them now in my head.
Yeah, because the camera's on.
It's alright.
Because the camera's on.
Okay.
Yeah, bread
Look at
challenge
Carrie's
for
face.
okay.
No ginger challenge,
What's in the
please.
bread?
So yes,
Right.
let me
Okay.
explain what you're having. The lamb chops. Lamb chops come from my coal oven, also called as tandoor. What is tandoor? A vertical oven, clay lining inside, with charcoal down. With the heat, it cooks. The objective of using coal cooking is not only to char a product, but I strongly believe that if the coal is right, it imparts its flavor, the smokiness to the vegetable or the meat. And that is very critical for us. Now,
Right.
problem with lamb chops, which come from tandoor, these are medium rare. Even if they're medium rare, they can get a bit hard.
Okay.
The sauce
Okay.
along with it is a mint sauce. You'll feel a bit of crunch that comes from fresh onions, which are inside, of course, which are inside. Garnish is a small, what tomatoes are these? Cherry
What tomatoes are these?
Cherry tomatoes.
Cherry tomatoes.
Then we
I was
have,
like, let us put it in our bag. We will tell you.
then we have cottage cheese coriander.
Okay.
Cottage cheese is charred and lined with orange juice. It goes in the vertical oven again. The idea is to get the smoke and the char flavor of the cottage cheese. Then the sauce is coriander sauce. When I say the word coriander, no leaves, stem. It's that coriander stem sauce.
Why just the stem?
Because stem is more nutritious than the leaf. Leaf comes from the stem.
We always use the
We
leaf.
always
Yes.
go with leaves.
So what I do is
yeah.
I use the leaf for the chutneys and I use the stem for the sauce. Nothing is wasted. It's good. Chicken tomatoes, 100% tomatoes. There's nothing else in it. I see many kitchens adding onions, whatever, blah, 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 blah.
Right.
In Flower Kitchen, there is absolutely nothing added. 100% pure sauce tomato. With spices, 2 spices govern it. It is tomatoes, you know. The delicacy of tomato must be retained, which is the sweetness, sourness, and then I add cardamom to it and dry
That's
fenugreek
the one,
leaves.
right?
That's about
Right.
it.
So this all
That's it.
just
Simplicity of it.
100% tomatoes.
100% tomatoes. There's nothing in it. Yeah, it takes.
100% tomatoes
Yeah.
and then just chicken.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
There's
it.
some
There's
spice
no
going on,
onion, no
surely.
chili,
Yeah,
no
it's
garlic,
cardamom
nothing. Just
and,
100%
dry
tomatoes.
fenugreek.
It's not telling you everything.
No, wait,
Yeah.
hold
When
on.
go open a
Of course, to make
Well, the
it.
way they make
Like-
the tomatoes is gonna.
Okay,
So-
like
Something's
Chinese
going on.
cooking,
Yeah.
you need ginger and soya sauce.
Yes.
In Indian cooking, you need garlic, you need ginger.
Yes.
Is there in the base of the sauce tomato,
Mhm.
but they cannot overrule the flavor of the tomatoes.
Yeah.
They just add it to impart a bit of flavor. Main flavor must remain tomatoes, cardamom, and dry fenugreek leaves. That's it. If you taste the ginger garlic, I get 0 out of 10.
Okay,
Sounds good.
great. So
One
those
thing.
of you out
Alright,
there who
thank
love
you.
tomatoes,
We'll
if
dig
you
in.
love tomatoes, you should hop on, come over to the floor, and
Oh,
you
if you
get
like food.
100%. Yes, so let's
know,
let's
I
now
wanna dive
let's
into the
dive in
lamb.
and let's just review it.
Look at that.
Carrie,
That is humongous.
look guys, look. This is if you know Carrie and Rowan, don't go dining with them. Look at that.
What?
I feel like whatever they're doing right now makes me want to go dine with them every other day.
That's it.
So,
Let's get
Okay,
involved, guys.
let's
Yours
get
over
on.
there.
Let's go on. Okay.
guys, bon appetit.
Bon
These
appetit.
are
Okay,
amazing.
I'm gonna go with the tomato
Meet some of
chicken.
Yeah, we need some of that mint.
I might have accidentally put too much mint on my lamb, but we'll see.
I think the
Okay.
more mint, the better.
Do you want some of this first or later?
Later, you have
Okay.
it first.
Do you want
Thank
this
you.
now or later?
Later.
Okay.
Thank you.
Don't you agree now that we're on our third course?
Right.
that, like if I look at it, you don't think of it as the traditional Indian
Mm-hmm.
place, right?
Very
Yeah.
much so.
Serving
Except for the
traditional-
tomato
You don't
chicken.
feel
it's
it? Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
uncommon.
Mm.
But I think it's just the tip of the iceberg, right? The menu that we're served
Got
today.
stains.
So many other
guys.
things, like probably the usual curries.
It's
as
very well cooked. The
Which one you
doneness
having
is
the
just
lamb
on point.
first? Okay, so I'm gonna go with this.
Yeah, I'm
Is it
going straight
medium
into
rare?
the meat.
Okay, let's go straight to the meat.
It's medium rare. It's good. Tender.
Okay, tell us,
Look
Wow.
at this.
Rowan.
This is.
Oh, look at that.
You see that? You see how soft it is?
Yeah, and then see that bit of fat right there.
Mmm.
It's a good piece of meat.
So Rowan, tell us, what do you, how many, it's not a common thing, so lamb is not a common dish in restaurants.
Not an Indian restaurant.
Is it not?
I mean,
Not
okay.
like this.
Not like this.
chops like that.
Not done. Traditionally, a lot of Indian restaurants are vegetarian based,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
Because there's many vegetarians in India. So to even go into big pieces of meat, that's
very uncommon.
That's a bit uncommon. But we are in Malaysia, and you know how I would assume the customers here. I don't know, and the GM maybe shed more light on this. The customers aren't all vegetarians, of course. There would be Indians and Chinese, and we live in a multicultural country. So I guess that's chef will answer when he comes back. Why the choice of the menu as well? Because he's cooking for the people, isn't he?
Yeah.
So there are elements of meat,
Right.
and if you speak about cheeses and stuff like that, it's because a vegetarian would indulge in such things and the breads and things like that.
I want to find out what is the what is the flavor of the lamb? What's the name of the dish?
It is lamb chop.
It's just called the lamb chop.
Lamb chop
Okay.
with mint sauce.
Okay, because I'm sort of, you know, on its even the lamb on its own, the flavor is quite strong.
Yes.
And you add the mint sauce to add a little bit more character to it. So that's
Do
very.
you prefer it with the mint sauce or without the mint
Both.
sauce? Okay.
Both, but I took a
Here we
lot
go,
of mint
guys.
sauce. Try
Okay.
that. Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
there
Rowan.
you go. Get involved.
So I've tried it without the mint sauce. Now I'm going to do it with the mint sauce.
I think the mint
And-
sauce is brilliant, right?
It is. I'm
With
going
the
to try
onions.
just the mint sauce first.
Oh, the mint sauce on its own now.
Right, with the onions, I think it's really nice.
It's got, you can taste the onion.
I love how adventurous we are tonight. We're like,
Very.
just eat it with one slice of ginger on the side, one piece of onion.
Yeah. Yes. Oh yes, thank you so much. Yeah, got that stain on. Okay, so
I'm so used to eating Indian food with my fingers.
isn't it?
I'm so tempted to do
Like,
it.
That's what we
That's
do.
why we're getting our clothes a little bit messy today.
no, me,
That's your
clumsy.
badge of glory. That's like proof that you're truly immersing
I
yourself
am.
in the experience.
I am. It's just. It's really.
It's
oh, you've
also-
got. Do you
I
read
feel-
Tamil? Do you
I-
read Tamil, darling? Do you read Tamil?
Me, is that
Yeah,
a question?
yes.
No, I don't read Tamil.
Okay.
What I was saying is that it's very relatable food. It's not trying to be super fine.
Yeah.
It's not trying to be like molecular gastronomy.
Right.
You know it's chicken. You know it's lamb.
Right.
Very well done.
But it's a pure, the simplicity of the flavor is what that kind of
I
takes
thi-
you aback a little bit. Like this chicken. It's
The
fantastic.
tomato, yeah.
I think I think you're right. You know the fact that
I wanna
here
drink it.
I find that
Same.
here the flour, the Chef Yogi uses really simple ingredients, right? Like you were saying, Carrie, that they specialize in all not going more than 3 spices for each dish, so that there is a difference in taste, right? And it's not heavy. You don't
Yeah.
find that it's heavy, and it's you can actually taste the flavor. One flavor, you know, it's stronger than the other.
That's right.
And I like the
Chicken
way
makes
that
me so happy.
I like the way.
Chicken makes me so
Tender.
happy.
It's sweet. Yeah.
It is fantastic.
Are you happy now?
No, I'm beyond happy. This is
Show me.
crazy. I
Okay,
wanna-
well, hang on. Show me the face of happiness. When you
face of
eat it.
happiness?
Yeah. When you eat it, show me.
He's
Show
always
me-
happy.
Show me.
He's always got this happy
no,
face.
hold on, no. Slowly. Okay, show happy face.
No, but it's actually fantastic.
It's so good.
You know what though? Like I think with the bread and maybe even some carbs, this would be
Yeah.
really unforgettable.
Or like-
Okay,
I
I'm
love
off
it.
carbs.
Thank
Are
you.
you? Okay.
I love the chicken.
I love the lamb. I like the texture. It's medium, done in a very with the
And
Indian
I know I keep
spice.
saying sweet, but it has like not a sweet kind of taste, but it's got
Tomatoes.
Yeah, it's got a
It's sweetness from
natural
tomato.
sweet, not sugar sweet.
Yep.
So good.
It's like the freshness of it.
I've never had a chicken like this. When you order a curry, you don't expect this.
I feel like every time I see
In a good
Rowan
way.
though, I'm in the company for good food because remember that one time you also brought like your grandmother's recipe to a party and that was
Salmon
delicious. The
Yeah.
salmon
That
curry.
is my grandmother's
Salmon curry.
salmon Indian curry recipe,
Yeah.
and she gave that to me in her will. No, I'm okay, I'm lying. Just made that up. She didn't. She gave it to my mom, and my mom kind of like told me.
Oh.
She didn't tell me the whole recipe though, so I had to figure out. the rest.
Your mom went into the kitchen and
Moms are like
dropped
that.
the few.
Moms are like that.
Moms are like that. Why?
They don't tell you everything.
I want to tell you everything. Oh, really?
So they still have a secret sauce.
And so you have to come back to mommy's house.
That's
right?
true though. That's a very good strategy. You know what, guys?
The tomato.
Do you guys remember
Melt.
the surprise after this?
Oh yeah.
There's
What?
a
Oh,
What do you
there's
think
a
the
surprise
surprise
dish.
is? Oh,
Okay.
naming the dish. Okay.
Okay, ingredient.
remember now.
What ingredients?
No, I thought we were not supposed to know what the surprise
Yes.
was. We're like, surprise! One of you will have to stay back.
No, what's the main ingredient? What do you think you think it will be a seafood thing or a meat thing?
I
What
don't
is
know. Do you want it to be seafood?
I don't mind because I think we've had, you know,
Yeah.
duck liver, we've had lamb, chicken.
Yeah.
I don't mind
That's
seafood.
Babes, this is fantastic. Try
Okay.
this.
Why do you think I went straight for that?
It was like you already knew.
little piece of this.
Carrie, do you want more?
Sure.
Try more.
No, it's okay. I'll
It
try the
really
other way.
isn't that much. Once you cut into
Is it?
it,
I'm gonna use
it
my
becomes like
fingers.
slices.
Okay,
Oh,
I
Yeah.
wouldn't mind trying the
which one? Cottage?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Okay, try that one. That's really good. What is this one? We try that
That's the gluten-free one, right?
one.
Gluten-free bread.
Which one?
Gluten-free
That one.
bread.
Mm.
But
This
you
is
did
so
say
good.
It's an acquired taste, so. Sorry.
So, I love Indian food, but I get I get bloating easily. Usually, when I take too much, that's when bloating starts, and then I get a little bit,
You usually can't eat too much as well. Like
I can't.
After a few bites in one bread, and you feel like it's heavy.
Yeah.
You feel like you're not going to sleep well tonight.
The bread is really light here though, and the flavors are so pure and fresh feeling and fresh tasting that I think that's why we're just stuffing our faces non-stop.
it's
Have you guys tried the cottage cheese?
I have
No.
not. Is
Wanna
it
try
very
that?
cheesy?
I don't think so.
Do you eat
Does
it
it
on
look
its
like-
own?
Okay,
The Korean.
try a small one.
Okay. Yeah, the small.
It's not cheesy at all.
Yes, we did. We did. I did.
It's good.
It's time for surprise dish.
Oh, the surprise dish is here. Okay, so we gotta hurry up a bit. Huh?
No need, continue.
Okay.
Continue, we talk while you dine.
We're ready for the surprise.
Okay, what's
How
the
was the lamb
surprise? I love the
So
lamb
good.
chop.
So
Ah,
tender.
see? Oh, that's seafood. See?
We got it
right.
we knew there was seafood.
You've got prawns. They come from the Sabahan waters. Samborna to be specific.
Oh, some
Okay.
We get it every day in the morning. So they're very fresh. Translucent. I hope you like it. The sauce. In KL at least, my guests, say Malaysia. In Malaysia, my guests always complain that I don't give them the heat of the ghee in the morning.
Oh, the heat comes here.
Let me tell you, I'm still not going to do it. I will never give the chili heat to any of my guests because I don't think that completes the meal. I think if I give you a punch of spice, that will complete a meal much more better and satisfying than giving you the chilies. If I give you chilies in anything that you had today, your palate will become flat.
Oh.
Everything tastes the same.
Yeah.
Right.
There's no-
Overpowers everything
Yes,
else.
everything. For example, now we talk slowly. Then we come here. You're going to name it, all four of you. You're going to name this dish.
Okay.
How's the lamb chop?
So good.
The lamb chop is good.
Nice
The
medium
doneness
rare.
is very nice. The balance of the it's not too it's not overpowering. The spices. What can we know what's in there?
Indians love two oils when it comes to barbecue. You'll be surprised when you hear this. One is coconut oil, and second is mustard oil.
Mustard oil.
Mustard oil. Indians use 4 kinds of oils: mustard oil, coconut oil, groundnut oil, sesame oil. You get lamb chops in almost every restaurant today, right? But how do you stand out when you're going to give your lamb chop from tandoor or from the charcoal oven? It should be the flavor of the coal
The
hitting
coal.
the meat. So now one question on the lamb chop. Have you had a lamb chop with this flavor and combination of the sauce that I've given?
No.
By the sauce you mean
No.
the mint
Yes.
mix.
I
No.
love the mint actually. Just the additional crunch and the
Yeah.
onion flavor.
The onion
in it.
flavor in the
We
in
were
the
actually
mint sauce.
trying to
Good.
figure out what
I
was
was
in the
eating it on
gravy.
its own.
I'm gonna try it now.
It's got mint. To
Oh.
enhance mint, it's amazing. If I speak to any of my friends, what would you
It's-
do to let the mint sauce be green enough and to do something about it? They'll say use spinach.
Spinach.
Yes. For me, no. It's a big no. To enhance it, I use coriander leaves.
Oh, you said that earlier.
Right.
I get the green color, and also now every spoon that you have of this sauce, flavor keeps changing. Sometimes you get the mint, sometimes you don't get the mint. It's something you know, you don't know. That's what I do with my food. Good. How's coriander stem sauce and the cottage cheese?
I literally just tried that, and I can't put a finger on what I think about it because I feel like there are about 72 flavors. The texture is irregular.
The sauce?
The
Yeah.
flavor,
Coriander.
yeah. And the coriander sauce, the cheese, and it's just a burst of flavors. And
Orange.
also,
Yeah.
there's a tiny bit of spice in there.
Yes, there's chili.
Like the spiciness.
There is chili there,
There's,
right?
there's green chili in it. that helps me to enhance the flavor of coriander leaves, coriander
Right.
stem.
Right.
I think it's the bit of heat that makes me go, ooh, that's exciting.
Yeah, but you must have some heat.
Yes,
True.
you should.
You must have some.
Because of the citrus inside.
Mm.
Heat helps. Heat helps. And sauce tomat and
Oh,
chicken.
and
The chicken is so.
sweet, not sugar sweet. Natural
There's
sweet.
no sugar in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, exactly. It's from the tomatoes, right? The sweetness from the tomatoes.
If you cook tomatoes long enough, you can do it home. 1, 2. We will just enjoy having. So 1, 2. When you make sauce tomat at home, if you should go longer. When you think the tomato sauce is ready, go a bit longer on the gas. You will see tomatoes stop emitting sourness and sweetness starts coming out. It's very slow, but that's what you need. The moment you taste it, I got it. Switch the gas. Patience.
It's like
Right.
really
I
slow
tell
cooking.
my
Isn't
kitchen
it?
all the time that you just said you think very fast in the kitchen, but you work very slow.
Okay,
You have
Great.
to be patient.
Mm.
great.
Now,
Okay, now we're gonna
the new
dig
dish.
into the new dish, right?
new dish. Try it. I'm
Okay.
pairing it
Okay.
with steamed rice. This should tell you what it is. Okay.
I thought the rice was for the tomato chicken, and I was like, yes, we
No,
got rice.
Okay.
it's for the prawns. It's for the prawns.
All
Try
right.
it. I'm not going to go. I'm going to stand here.
All right.
Okay, let's see.
We'll
Come,
have
So
darling, you go one. Oh,
These
there your
prawns are
cups.
from Sampurna, Sabah.
Basmati rice, is it?
Yes.
And
Longer
I'm
grain.
just gonna give you one of these.
Yes, thank you.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm more about this gravy.
So,
man.
I know the gravies.
I'm more about the gravy.
so we're gonna try the gravy first.
Maybe
With
get
the
some
rice?
rice and I'll put some
Okay.
gravy on it.
Okay, maybe one scoop. Thank you.
Kevin, please pay attention because you're the best at naming stuff, right?
Oh, I mean, we didn't study branding for nothing.
So those of you who really enjoy Indian food and you would like to try the many, many different flavors, but very well balanced, and like what Chef Yogi says, over here at the flour, it's not about spiciness. It's not Indian food with spiciness, but it's
burning spices.
That's right. Yeah, it's not about getting it all burnt up.
Roasted
So
cumin.
it's really about getting that balance
roasted
of
cumin.
flavor, but at the same time, getting a little bit of the spiciness. And nothing overpowers here. They're all very well balanced taste. Nothing overpowers one another. So that's what I like. I don't feel like
No, and that's a really good
jalap or
point.
whatever.
That's a really good point because if you're playing too much with chili, and you think stereotypically it's an Indian restaurant, everything's got to be spicy. I mean, there are many
All the
people
curry
who don't
tastes
really
the same.
enjoy spice. Foreigners, many people are going to come to this restaurant because it's in the city center, so you can't necessarily just be spicy. Everything can't just be spicy, right?
Yeah.
And then you feel a bit like it's a bit torturous, you start to sweat and things like that. This is a good hint of spice, a good bit of heat.
It doesn't numb you yet from
Yeah.
tasting
Yeah.
the
This is
other
just
food.
a
It's
gap,
not
right?
overwhelming heat. It's
But it still hits you. It doesn't. It's
yeah,
not like
it
the
just
kind of
tells you
spice
it's
where you're
Indian
like,
food, and it's got
Yeah.
a bit of bite, and then you accompany it with some drink, cool down a little, and some white rice. I think it's balanced, super balanced.
Is it always the case where Indian food's all about spiciness? Like, is that what people expect when you talk about Indian food? I want
I
spicy
think
food.
stereotypically, if it's Indian street food, you always think, if you want some spice, you want chili, you go hit an Indian joint, right?
This
Going
is
chase it with some beer.
translucent prawn, by the way.
Yeah.
It
You
is.
see this? This is
Look at that.
Look at the prawn. Look at
okay,
this.
Jack,
Very
we're
well
going to
done.
show the audience translucent prawn.
Just absolutely incredible.
I see a lot of spice in there.
And there's a bit of
Like
fried
roasted
spice. Did you
spice.
roast some cumin or something and
Okay.
it's got crunch even?
Sauce is 100% Tamil Nadu.
Come again?
From the state of Tamil Nadu.
Oh, Tamil Nadu.
The sauce.
That's where my forefathers from. That's a true story. No.
So that's Tamil Nadu. Now the thing that you feel on top,
Yeah.
it's like onion rings, a bit of sweetness
Yes.
hits you. That's where I give my touch. That is ghee, clarified butter, tempering of clarified butter, mustard seeds, fennel seeds,
Mustard seed.
mustard, fennel.
Yeah.
Fennel.
When we are supposed to, when it's plated and ready for pickup, take the spoon, sprinkle out. See, without balance, there can be no food. And for me at least, when it comes to spices, people have to be very careful. I will not talk about chili because I'm not a great fan of chili, but I'm a big fan of spices. I know how to cut the strength of the spice. For example, this, if I give you the spice mix, now I can get it for you. You just touch on your tongue and you're not going to be able to take the heat.
Yeah.
And that has no chili in it, the spice mix.
Yeah.
When we convert it into a sauce, the balance I derive, like the Tamilites use tamarind and freshly grated coconut or fresh coconut milk. That is the balance in food. It does not take the heat away from the spice, but it cuts the strength of the spice. It makes it is lighter on the stomach.
Okay.
Now my magic on
It'll be powerful
top
though.
is the clarified butter and the fennel seeds. So it adds a bit of sweetness when you eat. It enhances actually the sweetness of the prawn.
Right. But there is,
So
it
thought
is
out.
spicy. There is spiciness
This
here.
is the spiciest of all the
Yes,
other.
I told you, Malaysia has a big complaint when it comes to my cooking. I do not give them the heat. Yeah, he's ready.
How's it going?
I do not give them heat. I hope with the surprise dish, there's enough.
The heat. I'm
Yeah,
feeling it right
there
now.
is. I can feel
I'm
it.
feeling
Yeah.
it right
Comes
now.
to you, please clean
I
it
could,
back.
Oh man.
Then the heat comes to you.
yeah.
But
The
good,
White
in
House,
a good
though.
way. In a good
Yes,
way.
yes. I will never give you chili heat.
Yeah.
This heat will go away by just cleaning your palate.
Yeah.
You're done. Chili remains in your mouth. It is hot yet flavorful. That is
And
why.
it smells amazing.
That is why I paired it with just steamed rice. He's from Tamil Nadu.
My grandfather.
Yes. So he will at least. That's the reason. It's very clear, right? Such a not a heavy or spicy sauce is very good just with steamed rice. Entirely.
Yeah.
Perfect.
That's
You
right.
can't have this with bread. Bread will kill it.
Yeah.
It has to be steamed rice. This is what I do here, guys.
It's amazing. And I've eaten in
So well thought
your
out.
restaurant in Damansar Heights,
Yes.
and
This is
this is
next level.
different. You've up your game. You
This
definitely have.
flour is called flour rises. This is flour rises. The book is very clear. Flour rises. Now, the first book that came up in 2007 when we opened flour, it was called. What is the book called? It was called. what is it called when you start something? What do you call it? Flour. Oh, it's called something.
Flour mill. The flour mill.
The flower begins. Flour
And
blooms.
the second book which came was called Flour the Next Level. I think that's where it came in. The black book.
Yes,
Yes,
that's
yes,
right.
correct.
That's
The big
right.
one.
I
Yeah.
remember both of you very well. And next level, I gave 30%, 40% of the food, which my guests could relate to the cuisine. But I started experimenting. For example, I never gave chicken tikkas and kebabs in flour.
Right.
But I gave mango chicken. I did all those into entrees. Kaleji came in, foie gras came in. So I did all that. But I kept the 30-40% of the cuisine alive. Now what is that? That's your Rogan Joshes, that's your bindi curries. I kept that. But this is flour rises. I take everything away from my guests, what you know about my cuisine. And I give you everything that we create here. Everything. The one that we created in the earlier flour, the next level remains. If it is not done. You guys are not done yet.
No. Ah,
Not done
we
yet?
still have.
Yes. I'm going to send you some dessert.
But we're not done as well. We're not done as well.
Yeah, so we
Keep-
want to
keep-
give
keep- keep
we want to
that.
give something to
This
you
is a vanity
first.
mirror for us to look at ourselves while eating.
You're having Indian dinner, okay?
You have to finish the meal.
Two Indian boys here, racially, nationally, right? So we do not end our dinner without a sweet tooth.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh,
Okay.
perfect.
All right. All right.
You need a sweet tooth.
Let's
I
get
think
the
it's here.
sweet tooth
They've got it.
open.
They've got it? Yeah, please change.
Okay.
You want me to clear?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
Wait,
thank you.
wait. And you have to name this surprise dish.
Yes, we will.
You gotta name it.
It is
I'm
spicy though.
Sweating
I want
profusely.
to
Ah,
end it
so
with the
spice
tomato
works.
taste.
Which one?
This
You want to
one.
end with that one?
Oh, I tried
Okay.
it. Yeah, I
Okay.
ended with this one. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Here you go.
Sorry, I still want this.
No, please.
Yeah.
Please continue. Sorry. Can I get a big
You can take the paper.
Did you find the prawn spicy?
I did.
Yeah. For me, it was spicy.
Yeah. It's
Yes, thank you.
definitely, it's got heat,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
But also along with the heat, I could taste like this explosion of little flavors because of these roasted fennels and the onions. So I was honestly really confused.
Which
The
flavor
prawn was
comes first?
super fresh as well.
Yeah.
The prawn is super fresh.
Yeah.
The prawn is absolutely super fresh, right? And,
Nigel
guess
says
delivered
it's as
as-
fresh as us.
I
Carrie.
know, Nigel's saying.
It's as fresh
Hi,
as our
Nigel.
freshly made hair and our freshly done
Nigel's
face.
just jealous because he's not here.
You know what?
Hi,
Nigel
Ian.
he did the first episode and the second one. We have worked our way to this.
That's right.
And I'm glad
So-
Jen invited me, and because I'm half Indian, so I was invited. I don't know about
He
the
made
two.
the quota.
I don't know about you.
I don't know
two
about you
Chinese
two.
people, but Yeah, you guys are here.
We said, look, we needed Rowan in this show because we
Mandatory.
needed to
It's
make sure that
mandatory.
that's at least a half Indian taster here, tasting Indian food.
Of course.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what should we name this dish?
Fiery
Start
prawn.
thinking.
Okay.
Does
Fiery,
anyone
fiery,
have-
fiery prawn. The prawn on fire.
Is the
Like-
prawn always from the same place? Is it
Yeah.
always from Semporna?
Yes.
Okay.
Always.
That's where the pirates are from.
And you haven't introduced this yet in the menu. Right?
This
Not yet. This
not
is a
yet.
new dish.
Yes, it's a completely new dish.
Okay.
Because as I said, Malaysia complains that I don't give them enough heat. And sometimes I'm even told that my food is not Indian. Please come. I take that as a compliment. Now,
Okay.
sweet tooth.
Okay, what's this?
Sweet tooth's my
It is
favorite
nothing
part.
but suji
Sugar.
halwa, but my style.
Suji.
Suji halwa in the southern part of India called as kesari.
Oh, this looks exquisite. Looks
at
really
that.
pretty, yeah.
It's an Instagrammable.
It's an Instagrammable dish.
Great. The phone eats first.
Phone eats first. Oh my lord. There you go.
Okay.
There you go.
think we need that.
So now
You
it's
see.
diabetes time.
Can the camera get this one? Can you see this beautiful one here?
Thank you.
And dish that everybody loves in Indian cuisine, the gulab jamun.
Ooh.
As for both of you.
Okay. Is the camera on the dish here? Good.
Turn this around.
Turn that around. And,
And with that,
wow,
a
look at that.
digestive masala cha.
Oh,
Please. Come guys, come. Let me.
Masala. Okay.
I think
Kevin
it's
is
like
doing the
masala.
Instagram stuff. Okay.
You don't move anything. I'm trying. Oh, wow. Look at those cups.
Ah, you like the
Everything must be leopard print. If it's not leopard print, it's irrelevant. Give it to me. This is amazing.
That's Kevin.
This is so good.
That's Kevin. Okay.
Oh, wow.
There you go.
I
Are you
am
like
Okay.
Tiger King or something? Carol Baskin.
Carol Baskin. Where is the husband? Everyone's asking. Okay, we do this.
Okay.
Oh, it's
What
so
are these
pretty.
bad boys?
Kevin's
Wow.
done.
Yeah.
What are you done with this sauce? So we tucking in? Or?
Are we yet? Can
Of
we?
course.
Can we tuck in yet?
Of course, once we're
Try.
Okay.
all ready.
Thank you.
So we're doing that.
You know what? I'm gonna
Okay.
take this over here a little bit. I'm so sorry.
Okay. So we're doing all this. Phone eat first.
Yeah, that's how it is, isn't it? Unfortunately.
it?
Okay, Semolina Confectionery.
Yes.
Phone has eaten.
Yep.
Phone is-
Phones have eaten.
phone's
The
full.
cameras have eaten. Everybody except my guest. Okay.
Yeah.
Suji halwa made in different
Yeah,
styles
po-
in entire India. Haryana makes it, Punjab makes it, Rajasthan makes it. Everybody makes suji halwa. Southern part of India also makes it. I said called as kesari, which you eat in Malaysia a lot.
Kesari.
Preparation techniques change. The way I do it is the Rajasthani style, where we use clarified butter and milk, not water. What it results in is amazing. I kept saying that's a confectionery. The one quality of a confectionery, it crumbles. It crumbles, yet it will not be dry. And I've changed it, I've modernized it. So when you have it, you will feel the flavor. Gulab jamun is my whole gulab jamun. If you've had it, it's served on the base of the yin and yang. Yin and yang comes from my Chinese wife, the good and the bad.
So which side's good, which side's bad?
The bad is the reduction of milk, which you see a bit off-white. It is reduction of milk. It is not cream. It is not condensed milk.
What
When
about
you
the red?
reduce milk, it becomes like that.
Okay.
There's no sugar in it, and the good part is the strawberry puree.
Strawberry.
I think that's it.
And one more good information: the suji halwa or the semolina cake,
Yep,
or
this one.
whatever you want to call it. In the menu, I need to check what it is called. It has absolutely no sugar. No sugar.
No
love it.
sugar. Carrie, we're gonna eat.
Sign me up.
Dessert without sugar.
Really?
Yet,
We could eat
And
here
you know
for
what?
another hour.
I bet it's going to be sweet.
yet sweet. Try it.
Sweet.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, now we're gonna dig in.
Which one are we
Gonna
trying
take-
first? This one.
Okay.
So let
This
me
one
try it.
first, right?
I am obsessed with these cups. I can't. These
Kevin.
are beautiful.
It's sweet, but not too sweet.
Yeah.
It's sweet enough.
sweet enough.
To be called a dessert.
I love it.
I like
But
suji. I've
You don't
always liked
like,
suji.
you find it's not sweet enough?
No, I'm saying that it's sweet enough, meaning it's not too sweet, it's not overwhelmingly sweet.
Mmm.
But yet it's a dessert, right?
Mm-hmm.
I like that it's still warm and
Yeah. It's a bit of crunch.
That's the
It's
pistachio.
a bit of crunch. And it's
And
very light flavor.
citrusy.
Yeah.
Good.
What nut is
It's a bit moist.
Pistachio,
Pistachio.
and almonds.
And almond.
And inside the semolina, when we make it, you'll find raisins coming to you. So raisins, hence raisins add the sweetness that I want. A part of it.
It feels fresh.
Yes, has to
It
be.
feels like summer.
This has
Right.
to be made, literally cooked.
Great.
Right.
You said some tea with this, do you?
I will.
Yeah.
And I'm usually not a dessert person.
Yeah, me too.
Same.
To
Do
To
you
be
have a sweet
honest, I'm
tooth?
not really.
I'm a dessert
No, I
person.
don't.
No,
I'm not a
zero
sweet
sweet
tooth
tooth.
person.
That's why every time we go to parties, we don't clamor for the cakes and the
No.
desserts.
But I like
It's amazing.
this. I don't feel guilty eating this. Doesn't feel
You
too
didn't put some
heavy,
ginger?
creamy.
I'm gonna take
Traditionally,
this.
don't they put like a wee bit of
Yeah,
ginger?
that's right.
wow.
No ginger, no.
Cinnamon inside.
There's ginger. There's
Ginger.
ginger.
Ginger powder, cinnamon, pepper as
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
herbs. All that becomes a part of masala, if I can call it,
Yeah.
and then it is used in tea. And every state of India has their own mix.
Yeah, my grandmother made this, but overwhelmingly gingery.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, she just
Usually-
did that.
usually this-
Ginger is good for health.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she would tell you this, and she'd just preach this. And she muddled ginger, and it's like ginger water.
Right.
But I mean, that's her.
That's-
She's not about balancing flavor. She's getting
But it's
the
like
nutrients,
traditional,
just
isn't
getting
it?
everything out of it.
You're lucky she even cooked it. She's like, just eat this ginger raw. It's good for hair growth.
Well, I was her favorite grandchild.
Yeah. But I think it's nice, the balance to end the meal. Because if it's too sweet, then it'll really be a little bit heavy.
Everybody tells me, every guest, anywhere in the world tells me, oh, Indian dessert. And I immediately tell them, diabetic. And they say, yes. I say, but you can't end your dinner meal without a sweet tooth. That's what we are about. And then I said to them, and I get good reactions. I'm happy. But many people don't like it.
Okay, we're gonna present
How
it.
should I say? Many people say if it's not sweet enough, it's
I
not
haven't
Indian.
tried this one. There's a plate.
So it's not diabetic, it's not Indian. And as I said, many guests think the food is not Indian at all, including my dessert. But I'm okay with all that because I've always advocated, and I'll tell you all this. For me, it is important that one of you feels
We'll try
that
this.
whatever we served, a few or at least one of it was just okay. All right? One of you should feel that. One of you should feel it could have been better. One of you should feel, no, it is very good. And one of you should say, oh, just shut up. You know, what this means, shut up means it's fantastic, don't say anything. So when you have such people sitting on a table, there you go. So he's the guy who says, shut up, it's everything.
No, this is so soft.
But yes,
I prefer this.
I'm
Much
having
better.
I think I'm having the yang
Yeah,
part, right?
it's like this one is like really melts in your mouth. It's compared to,
and so if all of you like my food, there's nothing for me to do in the kitchen.
of course.
Right? Everybody
Yeah.
should not term it as good only. For a chef, it's
Of
very
course.
important that we have the good, the bad, the ugly, the worst.
Mm.
Then I think I'm complete. I have something to work
No,
on.
and if everyone says only good things, you should be suspicious because
Right.
maybe they're just telling you that.
And then when I turn my back, and they'll say,
Yeah.
it can happen or it will be happening, I don't know.
Yeah,
But it can start a discussion for sure.
of course, yeah, you know.
But it's
Okay,
constructive.
verdict. Let's just run through the verdict,
On my
okay?
face.
Yeah, on
What is
all,
that?
basically the entire dinner.
Honestly, it has changed my mind about Indian food because I mean I love Indian food and I actually love my spice. Even with Chinese food, I like the level of heat, so I definitely do expect that heat as well. But I'm kind of I enjoy the whole journey. I would say, like, you know, introducing different spices and the different flavor profiles before heating the last thing that gave me heat. You know, like I felt like if I had that first, I probably wouldn't be able to stomach or enjoy like the tomato chicken, the cottage cheese, even just the mint on the side of the lamb, which I really liked. That slowly built up heat for me. So I think like I enjoyed it in a very different manner, not one that I would you know, typically go into an Indian restaurant and say,
Right.
hey, I'm just going to have a bunch of breads with like different curries, which I don't even remember which curry I tasted. You know, I'm just
Okay.
like digging
Yeah.
into curries.
Yeah, yeah. Was this what you expected though of flour? I mean, you've been to the
No.
Damansara Heights one.
Yes,
Yeah.
but this is totally different.
You could say it's
Yeah.
risen.
It
could
has
say that.
risen.
Flour is risen. I
Yeah.
would say.
Flour
Yeah. What is
I-
it,
I
Rowan? What in
appreciate-
the whole dinner?
I appreciate the effort put in, the thought process first, the effort put in
Right.
second. It's balanced, it's clever, it makes sense. Besides the fact that the chef is explaining the story to you,
Right.
it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
You know, I've been to Gaga and the old one, the new one, Adodi. You talk about these. There's no fufu. It's not much fufu here. It's food do talking. The food's speaking. Right? When
Okay.
you eat it, you know, you get it. And I think that's good sometimes. Not so much theatrical. You know, and then the food's
Just
just
back to basics sort
Yeah,
of
because it puts it on a pedestal like all the fufu, and then it's just okay. This is no. Here's the food. You eat. and that's
Ended
important.
talking.
That's what Chef Yogi said, you eat.
You just eat. Fuck it, you just eat. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. And Kevin.
Well, the thing is, I don't have the most amount of experience having Indian food because since I was a child, I was under the impression that it was always going to be super spicy. And
And
as
you can't take.
yeah, I can't take spicy food. It doesn't sit well with me. So I think what I've learned today is not even to analyze the kind of food that I'm having because chef himself has given us a great opportunity to take it step by step. Like for example, Carrie mentioned that if we had been served the prawns first
At
and
the
foremost,
beginning.
we wouldn't have been able to enjoy it as much because in my head, about 3 minutes ago when you were talking, I was having a piece of this and I thought, okay, this is not as flavorful as the rest. But then once I have this, I don't feel the burning sensation on my tongue anymore.
Right.
And then I take a sip of tea and I could enjoy it to its own flavor again. So I think it's just to take your time with food. It's giving me a sort of a crash course in not just stuffing your face, but to just sit back and let the flavors overtake you for a split second and
Right.
then let them sink in for a while, which is something I really appreciate.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very glad.
That's right.
Jan?
Yes. Okay, so I love the finger and roots. That was really, really good. And I think that kind of appetizer for a start, it really, like you say, opens up the palate. My favorite was the lamb. The lamb was really good. The balance, the texture of the lamb. I preferred it without the mint sauce. I preferred it just the lamb, just as it is. And it was really good flavor. The cottage cheese was good, but I would have preferred if the cheese texture was a little bit softer. It was a bit hard, a bit too hard.
It gets
in terms
cold,
of,
it becomes hard.
yeah, so I would have preferred it was a little bit more melting.
Yeah.
The tomato chicken was really, really good, but for my taste buds, a bit too sweet. Because I'm not so much of a sweet person, but I can tell that, you know, it comes from the tomato, but the chicken and the blend was really good. The prawns was amazing, but I felt a little bit too spicy and too raw. As in the spices were a bit too,
Overpowering.
it was a bit overpowering, but then the spices were a bit, how would I say it? It was too raw, as in the spiciness of the thing was raw, like an uncooked chili sort of thing. Yeah, was not so much like the lamb that was really well blended, sort of everything sipped in really well. Yeah, but the texture of the prawns was really good. Yeah, and the dessert is like this one. Like this is amazing. It melts in the mouth, and you know with the tea.
Good way to
This is
end the
really,
meal.
Really good. But the
I like the
overall meal is like, if you like Indian food and you want to explore different types of Indian cuisine, or if you're like me that
But even if you
I
don't
love.
like Indian food, I feel like you should give
Okay,
yourself
yes.
the opportunity.
Yes,
to
I agree.
Not say like, oh, eating food is educating yourself.
It's not
no,
your
but just-
conventional Indian meal.
yeah, just sort of like be open-minded and try things out because I've never had something that was so flavorful in so many different layers. There was character in every flavor.
Yes,
there is a
that's
story
right.
and
I like
there's-
that.
There are layers to the flavors, which is
Yeah.
wonderful for
And you remember every dish.
and you don't have to be super full to be able to, you can just eat a bit of it and be like, okay, I understand why people would enjoy this.
Yeah, Yeah, but I think it's like what Carrie says. You have an open mind of when you want to try Indian food. It's not all about spiciness and curries and lots
She
and
does
lots of
also have
bread.
half Indian husband.
Right, of course she has half Indian husband, but
You're
I do.
try to do this.
I
for
do.
you.
I do agree with Carrie. Yeah.
I'll call
You
Chef
call,
Yogi.
yeah.
I'll do a grab food over to my house.
Okay.
I'll sort this
Yeah.
out. Don't worry.
Hey, grab delivery over to mine also, please. Thank you very much.
Cool.
Yeah, but like you say, I think I agree with it that if you like Indian cuisine, well, you don't like, you want to try, and you want to have Indian cuisine with character. I like what you say, with character, simplicity, traditional real spices, not spiciness, but real
Relatable.
spices, relatable,
Great
and like you say,
ambience.
just come and eat food. If you want Indian food, just come eat food. And it's a beautiful bungalow. You want to have a nice ambiance. I think you got to come over to Jalan Kemuning at Flower. It's a really good experience that you should not miss out. At least once in your life, come over, right? Sure. So before we end, we're gonna do that presentation.
Yes,
Simon.
yes.
I know you've been looking at it and trying to see whether you look good, but I'm gonna take.
I was trying to make sure I wasn't sweating through my forehead.
Okay, we're gonna give something over here. Chef,
Experience for you.
come over this
A
side.
little bit of flush.
Let us all
of us, yeah.
all of us, come carry. Right, so
Amazing
Chef,
stuff.
good stuff. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, and here you go. This is a recognition from Taste It, and the Flour is the third restaurant that has been recognized by Taste It. So our usual 1, 2, 3, and we're going to tell Chef.
Yep.
Right, ready? 1, 2, 3.
You've
You've been tasted!
How are you numbering that better than you?
I know.
We have to do it again. We have to do it. You've been tasted, all
Yeah,
right?
okay.
3,
So 1, okay.
2, 1.
You've been tasted!
Yeah.
Okay,
But yeah.
right, so
But thank you for
Thank you
letting
so
us
much,
taste
Chef.
your food. It really is a
Very
privilege
amazing.
and a
it's
pleasure.
really good. Very nice, Chef.
Thank you, Chef.
It's been a
Yeah.
great
Pleasure.
experience.
Lovely.
Really appreciate your passion.
Yeah, it's good, good.
So glad.
Right, so thank you for joining us. We're here at the Flour Restaurant, Jalan Kemuning in Kuala Lumpur, and we had an amazing time, an amazing experience. Last words, guys?
Well, I think once they turn off the camera, we're supposed to brainstorm the name of that
Yes.
prawn.
So
And
if
you
have
will
any
know.
ideas for something like that, what would
Send it through.
describe?
Yes. Right.
Yes,
Good.
help us figure it out. Help us figure it out. Maybe your suggestion will become
Yes.
the name of the dish.
Right, Chef? Okay. So, those who are watching, you know the dish, the special dish, the prawn dish that Chef Yogi has prepared today. Any of you can give any suggestions, and if when Chef Yogi picks your name, the name of the dish, I'm sure, Chef, they can come over for a meal, right?
We'll arrange something.
We'll arrange on the prawn dish for sure, yeah?
Yeah.
Just
All
come
right.
try.
So thank you for watching. Stay tuned, and we will see you on Thursday, 6 p.m. and HAPA TV Facebook Live. Bye, guys.
Bye.